This is Ken Brown from Fresno, California. Today, he is among 4 men competing on the world's strongest man. Hi, everybody. I'm Todd Harris, along with Bill Kazmaier. And the first event today, Bill, is the carry and drag.
With the carry, they take a 440-pound block down 25 meters and grab a chain and anchor that weighs 660 pounds and drag it to 25 meters back.
Joining Ken Brown, who is in the navy jersey, is Laszlo Fekete from Hungary in the white jersey, Zydrunas Savickas from Lithuania in the gray, and Baron Vandenberg from Holland in the blue.
Savickas is getting off to a tremendous start. He shows awesome overall body strength and athleticism.
Savickas is the first one to grab the chain, 660 pounds, and now the race is really on.
Savickas is showing tremendous foot speed here and a good body tilt. 23 years old, he's really surprising the rest of the field.
Zydrunas Savickas, there you see Ken Brown coming into the picture. So right now it is Savickas and Brown. And remember, only one of these men will advance into the World Strongman Final. Ken Brown going with a locked finger technique. Bill, what do you think of that?
Anything to hold on. Once you hit the wall dragging this thing, you just want to stay up and be able to tilt back and keep the thing moving.
That is 40-year-old Laszlo Fekete from Hungary. He has almost spent the race right now for first place. Ken Brown at the top of your screen in the navy jersey. He's got a shot at this thing. This 90-second race is almost over. If they don't complete the course, it'll be for distance. And Bill, Laszlo looks like he is done with the competition.
Laszlo's given up, but Brown and Savickas are really in a race here. Just putting everything they've got into it to get that chain closer to the finish line.
And right now it is almost a dead heat. Savickas looks like he has a chain length. And at the whistle, Savickas gets one more pull in, and that may be the winning pull. He may have just edged out America's Ken Brown. Ken Brown got off to a fine start in the carry, but it was the final lunge that won it for Lithuania's Zydrunas Savickas. Our Bill Kazmaier is down with America's Ken Brown.
Ken, great race out there. Way to pull.
Thanks, Bill. All I did is just gave it all I had, 100%. My technique was a little off. Wasn't very smooth on the pull. So I figured I'd just use whatever I could.
But did you know that Savickas was right there neck and neck with you the whole way?
I thought I was a little slow. And I thought everybody'd be ahead of me. But when I started pulling the chain, I got about halfway. I noticed there's only one guy in front of me. So I really started pulling as hard as I could.
Did you realize it came right down to the last lunge and you were running out of time?
Yes, I did. The referee said 10 seconds left, and I just kept pulling, jumping up. Well, just ran out of time.
Morocco is just south of the Strait of Gibraltar, and it is home to the Metrics World's Strongest Man. One event down, 3 to go, including the Atlas Stone competition. Lift each stone in ascending weight order onto a wall before you hit the wall. Then it's the Hercules hold. The grip's the deal, as the cars can't fall. Take the tires off the cars and flip them fast. That's all coming up next. This edition of The World's Strongest Man is brought to you by Metrics, Engineered Nutrition. Welcome back to Tangier, Morocco, and ESPN's coverage of the world's strongest man. We just witnessed the carry and drag competition, and Savickas totally dominated, but it was close. Ken Brown was right there till the end.
It came down to that last lunge, didn't it? Ken Brown really needed to have just a few more seconds.
Well, we've already introduced you to Ken, but we want to introduce you to the rest of the competitors in this very difficult group, starting off with Baron Vandenberg from Holland.
Baron has been the top
competitor in Holland for about 3 years. He also won the team championship. He's got great leg strength, a really super attitude, and he's a young guy and should do well.
Here's a guy you know well, Laszlo Fekete from Hungary.
Well, Laszlo is known as the strongest man from Hungary. I competed against him 10 years ago, and he's a stone lifting champion.
And finally, Zydrunas Savickas, who we just saw win the carry and drag from Lithuania.
He's a really young guy. We don't know a lot about him, but he's tall, he's heavy, he's got a great attitude. I'm sure he wants to take the championship home to Lithuania.
The point distribution for each event looks like this. For first place, an athlete garners 4 points. 3 points for second, 2 for third, and 1 for fourth. Our second event here in group number 5 is the Atlas Stone, and what a scenic location on the beach here in Tangier, looking straight across to the country of Spain. Laszlo Fekete will use the wall to the left. Baron Vandenberg will place the stones on the wall to the right. And as you pointed out, Bill, Laszlo Fekete is a true Atlas Stone champion, and he's got an early lead.
He spent years working with these stones. His body is highly conditioned to work with the stones. You can see the way he carries his back. As he puts the stone onto the wall, he shoves his hips forward, keeps his back flat. It's tremendous form.
Exactly how much do these stones weigh? Well, the lightest one, the first one they put up, 210 pounds. The last one, which Laszlo is facing right now, 363 pounds. Laszlo Fekete from Hungary has done it.
Vandenberg is trying to commit himself to pick up the stone. He just doesn't have the back strength to get it off the ground. This is the hardest of the stones because at this point your body is just totally spent. You've got to just reach down, grab the stone, and put it on the wall.
Vandenberg is going to give it one more shot, and he's going to bow out. 363 pounds up 4 feet is not something he wants to attempt right now. Talk about making it look easy. Fekete rolls in with a brilliant performance. There's been more than a few impressive showings over the years, as you'll see in this metrics moment.
In 1980, a year after my first strongman competition, I was determined to come back and win the world's strongest man. Out of 10 events and 10 men, I won 5 firsts, 2 seconds, a third, and a fourth. This was unheard of in strongman competition and has never been done since. It was very memorable to me because my whole support group was there. My soon-to-be wife, my coach, the athletes I trained with every day. And as I told them for a year, I will be the world's strongest man. I accomplished my goal. This event ended up not being a competition. It was simply the Bill Kazmaier show.
Four strongmen are into the finals, including Finland's Riku Kiri. The dynamic Wout Zylstra from Holland, whose pain threshold makes him a favorite for the finals. Peter de Bruin was the first representative from South Africa in the Elite 10. Gerrit Badenhorst was the second from South Africa. Who's going to go from group number 5? Folks, there really is a method to the madness they call the Atlas Stones. My partner, Bill Kazmaier, is a champion of this thing. Bill, you had a little different strategy.
Well, I did. You know, years ago, when they made the stones, there were just 4 of them. And after the athletes did the 4th one, they then made a 5th one. And for years, nobody could do the 5th one. I figured out a strategy that would work really well. First, I put on the 1st one, just over 100 kilos. Then I went on to the 3rd one, which is much heavier. Well, I still had energy. I went right to the 5th one, and I was really warmed up. I was able to be the first to get the 5th one on. I came back then and finished the 4th one and put back on the 2nd one to finish the race.
And since then, folks, they have entered the Kazmaier rule for just that. You've got to start from the lightest and then finish off with the heaviest. The crowd is anxious to see the second heat in the Atlas Stone competition, and it will feature America's Ken Brown.
Hi, I'm Ken Brown. I'm 34 years old, and I'm from Fresno, California. a lot of strong guys here, but not all of them have experience with the different apparatus or equipment. I've got cylinders for the farmer's walk. I've got a long rope and harness to do the truck pull and arm over arm pull type events. I've got a large tire for the tire flip, kegs for loading and barrel toss. Those are some of the things I've accumulated. Luckily, where I live, the middle school have been kind enough to let me pull their bus on the weekends. It turns some heads. I think people might think it's a little strange whether I'm pulling a bus or carrying cylinders that look like torpedoes down the street. You know, to be crowned the world's strongest man, you know, after all the hard work and the years of training, that would be a great honor.
Well, let's see if the effort is paid off. Brown now faces Lithuania's Žydrūnas Savikis. Now, Laszlo Fekete has established a time to beat of 50.59. But Fekete is known as the world's best, so the mark to shoot for may be that of Holland's Vandenberg, who was able to complete 4 stones successfully. And right off the bat, Bill, it looks like Lithuania's Žydrūnas Savikis has an early lead on Ken Brown, who is struggling a bit with the stones.
Savikis is so quick, and he's super strong in his upper body.
The height has got to play into this as well. Savikis is 3 inches taller than Ken Brown, who's struggling once again with this second stone.
It seems the best strategy.
We've seen our share of serious injuries here. That is 275 pounds that Savikis just dropped on his chest. Bill, he is lucky to be walking.
It's amazing that he's even up right now. He could have crushed his ribs, and he's jumping right back in the competition.
Ken Brown still battling with that second stone, maybe taking it a little more cautiously after seeing what happened to Savikis. And Savikis, Bill, is still shaking out the cobwebs.
Ken's trying to get this stone up. Looks like his back is just shot. Trying to use a leg, that's the wrong technique.
Absolute frustration on the face of Ken Brown, and Savikis is back at it. That is the stone that he dropped on his chest moments ago. He's trying to hoist it. He runs out of time, so Savikis survives a stone dropping, gets 2 up. Ken Brown, unfortunately, only able to hoist 1 stone up. And you think you had a bad day. So Savikis lifts 2 stones successfully and finishes in 3rd. The first heat duo of Fekete and Vandenberg take 1st and 2nd respectively, and after 2 events, this group's leader is Savikis. Savikis currently getting a look over from the doctors, but they say he's going to be okay. Coming up next on The World's Strongest Man from Tangier, Morocco, we'll have the Hercules hold. Stay with us. One of the most beautiful sights in Tangier, the spectacular mosque in Central City. That's the site for the Hercules hold, our next event for a bunched-up group number 5. And leading off the action, the California kid from Fresno. This is Ken Brown. The results haven't been to his liking. A 2nd in the carry and drag, followed by last place in the Atlas Stone, Bill.
You know, Ken's conditioned himself for this event. He's practiced. His hands are in good shape. But you really don't know what this is going to feel like with over 2,000 pounds in your hands until you get in there and lock in.
Okay, good.
This is a timed event, so the object here is to hold on for as long as you can. And right now, Ken Brown in a lot of pain. And he releases just over 18 seconds. So with 2 cars pulling at you, Ken Brown, there's no wonder the grip gave away. Our next competitor, Žydrūnas Savikis from Lithuania.
Okay, look up, please.
He is the overall leader with 6 points coming in. Now, Bill, you pointed out he is a young kid, somewhat inexperienced.
Okay,
is this the kind of
ready.
event that
Look up, please.
you
Look
earn
up.
your stripes quickly?
He sure can, especially if he's done his homework and worked on his grip in the gym.
And look at the stance of Žydrūnas Savikis. He's got quite a wide stance, Bill. Is that going to help him?
Well, Todd, he's trying to lower his body so that his shoulders are in line with the stress caused from the cars.
Zydrunas Savickas has surpassed the time of Ken Brown, 18:34. He is going for distance. And he releases just over 32 seconds, 32.96 seconds to be exact, for Lithuania's Zydrunas Savickas. Savickas endured the pain just long enough to move ahead of Brown with the best effort so far. Our next competitor from Holland, this is Baron Venenberg. Let's take a moment and meet this strongman.
I am Baron Venenberg, 34 years old, and come from Holland. I am focused to do my best at the competition. I think the most important thing what you have in the competition and what you have in your mind. Most of concentration what I do is put the pain away and standing about it. Not think about something else, only standing and hold it as long as possible. There's a dream coming true for a long time. I've seen it many years ago for the first time. Was Bill Kazma was competing, Jon Paul was competing and all these kind of things. And when you see that on the TV and you're watching and you say, yeah, that is what I like to do. And when you get the opportunity to do it and you have what you say you can take the first place, I think you are the happiest man of the world.
Will he be the strongest man in the world? He needs a great performance here in the Hercules hold, currently tied for second overall in his group. Baron is coming off a second-place finish in the Atlas Stone event.
Baron's got tremendous arm development and is known for a fantastic grip.
A little bit more. Ready. Ready.
Venenberg calls for the weight. That's 2,337 pounds in each hand. The time to beat, 32.96 seconds.
10 seconds.
And unlike Brown and Savickas, Bill, he looks very confident and very comfortable.
Baron's done this event many times. He knows just how long he can hold onto those cars, and he believes he can win.
The time to beat, 32.96.
Yeah! Come on! Come on! Come on! Yeah!
Baron's quite a showman. He's trying to get the crowd up so they can enjoy the event just as much as he is.
Well, he has surpassed the time of Savickas, and he stops the clock at 45.75. Very happy with that performance, and with a victory here, Venenberg could overtake the overall points lead in group number 5.
An athlete beaming with confidence, and his score shines as well. Venenberg is now the strong man to beat.
And there's one more man who can do it. Hungary's Laszlo Fekete knows that if he can hold these cars up for more than 46 seconds, the event will be his, and so will the overall lead. Baron Venenberg, 45.75 seconds. So Fekete will be shooting for that. Now, Bill, we saw him in the Atlas Stones absolutely dominate that. Same muscle group here, or totally different?
Todd, this is still an upper body exercise, but it comes right down to that grip.
So far, so good for Laszlo Fekete. He hasn't gone up to one leg like Baron Venenberg did, but he looks pretty comfortable. Remember, he's got to get to 45.75 seconds, and he's going to come up short. And like so many other competitors in this competition, the grip just gave, and quite possibly some flesh as well. For the 40-year-old Hungarian, his hands could hold no more. And so Fekete edges out Savickas for second place, but it's Holland's Venenberg who wins the Hercules hold and takes over the lead with 9 points. But it's close, and it'll come down to the final event.
Hi, I am Bernd Venenberg. What's coming up next? The tire flip, not go away.
This edition of The World's Strongest Man has been brought to you by Metrics, Engineered Nutrition. Our next and final event here in Tangier, Morocco, on the World's Strongest Man is the tire flip. This is extremely grueling. They've got to go from this point all the way to the end of the course. That's 30 meters, and they've got to do it within 90 seconds, so it's not going to be easy. I'll give you a quick demonstration on how they're going to accomplish this great feat.
Whoa, Todd. Not that tire.
Well, they said a conventional tire.
Yeah, but it's a conventional tractor tire.
Difference.
Like this one, it weighs 880 pounds. It's 5 feet tall.
5 feet tall.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you handle the demonstration, partner. And while Bill flips the tire, let's recap the action so far. A wild start for this group in the carry and drag, won by Zydrunas Savickas on the drag that beat the clock. Stone cold win by Fekete, lifting big and then yelling loud. And then the grip was good. For Venneberg in the Hercules hold. So now the tire flip. A 30-meter course. Ken Brown faced Zydrunas Savickas first. Savickas came in tied for third overall, but the work in the backyard with a big tire paid off for Brown. He rolled, and Savickas was smoked. And so it comes down to Laszlo Fekete against Baron Venneberg for the title in Group 5. The winner advances to the final. The loser goes home to try again next year. Fekete in lane 1 in the white, Venneberg in lane 2 in the blue. On the surface, Bill, you'd have to give the advantage to Fekete, the experience. He's got the height and probably the back strength, but right now Venneberg looks determined to make it into the penthouse in the Elite 10.
He sure does, but Venneberg's got that wide grip and a low stance. He seems to be just driving that tire up and over.
90 seconds total time to get as far as you can with these tires. Right now, Venneberg has a slight lead, Bill. What's the difference between their two techniques?
Venneberg's really getting low right from the start, and when his tire gets to the top, he gives it an extra shove. It gives him probably another foot. Fekete is just using his legs. He's pushing it up and over. When the tire gets to the top, he just lets it drop to the other side.
Venneberg has now opened up a full tire lead, and it looks like he is pushing himself right into the final. The winner of this heat moves into the Elite 10. And for Laszlo Fekete, I think he knows, Bill, the inevitable is coming.
At this point, there's no way he can make up that type of distance.
Venneberg looks like he is continually getting stronger as they approach the finish line, and he may beat that 90-second time limit. And his wife Sylvia's reaction tells it all. Baron Venneberg is headed to the final out of a great group that was evenly matched. So the final standings in group number 5. It is won by Holland's Baron Venneberg, Laszlo Fekete in second, Zydrunas Savickas in third, and Ken Brown from the USA in fourth. Filled with memorable moments. Congratulations to Baron Venneberg. He becomes the 5th of 10 finalists. For Bill Kazmaier, I'm Todd here.